welcome to Sports Mongolia, bi-weekly program that can help you gain insight into the Mongolian sports world. We have focus, pioneers, and guest features. Shooting is one of the most popular sports in Mongolia. As of 2018, almost 500 people of all ages are actively practicing shooting sports in the country. One of them is T.Nomin, a 17-year-old high school student. She met the requirement for the sports master title during the 2018 Junior National Championships, just 1 year after taking up the sport. Her medal collection also includes 2018 Youth National Championships bronze medal in team category. So, let's meet her.
хамгийн их нөлөөсөн гэвэл гүндгмаа хичээдэг. Яагаад гэвэл Олимпиас медаль авах. Ер нь Олимпиад оролцож байгаа тэмцээний үзэхэд би айгуу тийм сэтгэл ханамж дээгүүр тэгээд энэ л яг миний хичээлэх спорт мөн гэж бодсон. Яагаад гэвэл би өмнө айгуу олон спортоор хичээлж ирсэн. Буудлага илүү санагдсан.
Rifle, pistol, and shotgun. These are the three main disciplines in shooting sports, and each has its unique features. The rifle and pistol events are held on shooting ranges, with competitors aiming at their targets from distances of 10 meters, 25 meters, and 50 meters. In the shotgun event, competitors shoot at the clay targets propelled in a series of different directions. Our guest, T.Nomin, is a rifle shooter.
Анх хичээлж эхэлсэн гэвэл би гар буугаар хичээлж эхэлсэн. Гэхдээ гар буунд нэг жоохон гар урттай хүн байдаг болохоор миний гар жоохон богинохон байсан болохоор гар буунд таарахгүйгээд тэгээд манай сонгойрхон дүргийн спорт хорооны буудлагын багш оюун гээд багш маань намайг энд сугар багштай танилцуулж урт буугаар хичээлэхэд тусалсан. Энэ бол миний буу болохоор Walter LG 300 гэ буу байгаа. Atomic. Тэгээд энэ буу маань болохоор диоптер хараа гэсэн үг. Энэ болохоор хараа. Тэгээ энэ бол хийм буу болохоор энэ боллоонд байгаа. Сумаа ингэж сүнгэлдэг. Сум нь болохоор жижигхэн тугуулган сум ордог байгаа. Энэ мөрлөгч. Энэ болохоор тулгуур. Энэ өмсгөл нэг урт бууны тамирчин бууга бүхэл бие дээрээ авч ингэж зогсдог тул энэ өмсгөл нөгөө хөдөлгөөнд хорж одоо булчингаа ингээ хянахад тусалдаг гэхүүдээ. Энэ бол аюул зузаан материалаар хийсэн бэрзэн чиг. Тэгээд энэ хэсгүүдээр бол зүгээр ингийн торон даав байгаа. Яг тэгвэл энэ яг нуглардаг хэсгүүд болохоор. Урт бууны 10 метрийн байн бол ийм байдаг жижигхэн бай. Холоос харагдж байгаа бол тэр байна. 10 метрийн байны онооны систем нь бол 10, 9, 8 гэд ингээд баглуугаа явдаг. Хамгийн дээд оноо нь 10-10 байдаг. Хамгийн доод оноо нь тэгэл 0 хэл. Тэмцээн дээр болохоор нөгөө буудлагын юу ч 0.10-ны системээр явдаг болохоор зөв 0.1 оноогоор ч гэсэн дутаж хожигдох тийм тохиолдол байдаг.
Shooting is one of the only 4 sports in which Mongolians won Olympic medals. In 1992, Mungunkhet brought Mongolia its first Olympic medal in shooting. 16 years later, at the Beijing Olympics, Gundugma Atriad replicated her success, winning silver. They compete in the pistol events, but the rifle shooters are catching up with them in terms of international success in the last 10 years. Narantuya Cholumbatrach and Nandinzaya Kanhoik are the gold medalists in the last 2 Asian Games in 2014 and 2018. They are the athletes T.Nomin look up to.
Буудлын спорттоор хичээлэхээр зан төлөв хүртэл төлөвшөж тэгээд тайван тэгээ бусдыг одоо ингээд сонсдог хүлээцтэй. Тэгээ ер нь бол тийм төрөмгийн зам байхгүй. Ер нь бол хүнийг төлөвшүүлж хүн болгодог спорт гэж би боддог. Өөрийг нээж өгч, таниулж, одоо буудлын спортоор хичээлгээ боллоо ч гэсэн хүн өөрийгөө нээж таньсан байдаг болохоор юу ч хийж чаддаг, тийм хүн болдог. Тэгээ бусадтай нийтэж байж чадна. Хүндлэл, ах цахаа хүндлэх тийм ёс төсийг бол буудлын спорт бол нээж өгдөг.
After finishing high school, T.Nomin plans to study at the Law Enforcement University of Mongolia. But what about her dream as a sports shooter?
Тэгээд цаашдаа энэ буудлаараа хичээлж, ер нь гадаад дотоод тэмцээнд орж, тэр Азийн аварга нь болж, дэлхийн аврагт орж, Олимпиад орно гэсэн зорилго тавьсан байгаа. Урдаа 2024 оны Олимпиад орно гэсэн зорилготой байгаа. Тэрийг биелүүлнэ гэж бодож байна.
Our guest today is FIDE Women Grandmaster U.Uuriintuya. She became Mongolia's 10th Women Grandmaster in chess in November 2018 after winning gold medal at the Asian Junior Chess Championships in Ulaanbaatar. For this achievement, she was nominated for the Mongolian National Olympic Committee's Best Female Athlete of the Year award. Born in Mungunkhet, Ust province in northwestern Mongolia, the 21-year-old currently ranks 41st in the Asian chess ranking and is one of the top 5 female chess players in Mongolia today.
I've learned to play chess when I was 5. So I've been playing for almost 15 years now. My first teacher was my father, who taught me the rules and basics. Then I've studied more with the guidance of great teachers such as Lauga, Dendeng, and Batoik. In 2012, I've joined Grandmaster Saradorj's club, Hangalte, and been playing here ever since. There are many benefits of playing chess. The most important one is it helps you grow and mature as a person. Parents bring their children, especially their boys, to chess clubs, hoping that chess teaches them to be humble, patient, and tolerant. But I think everyone should play chess, regardless of their gender or age. Great thing about chess is there is no age limit because it's a mind sport. You can play it anywhere and anytime. Of course, it requires a great deal of concentration and patience. You have to sit still in front of the chessboard for hours and hours. If you do this for years, gradually you will realize that you've become a very serious and responsible person. When playing chess, we face a lot of choices and possibilities. The clock is ticking and you have to make your decisions. It's kind of a simulation of real life. We face different choices every single day, which ultimately dictates the life we lead. So I think chess helps you improve your decision-making skills and ability to assess a situation. When you are already anticipated them, you can feel more prepared for problems and make good decisions.
For any professional athlete, mental health is equally as important as physical health, especially mind sports such as chess, draughts, and esports. So how does U.Uuriintuya prepare herself mentally before the competitions as an athlete?
Most of the foreign athletes have their own psychologist, but in Mongolia, there aren't many professional sports psychologists. I've heard that there is only one dedicated professional in our country. So for many Mongolian athletes, their family and friends are their psychologists. For me, I seek help from my parents, my friends, my coach, and his wife, Sara, when this kind of help is needed. Especially my coach's wife, Sara, helps me a lot. I was so down the week before 2016 Asian Youth Chess Championship. I couldn't stop worrying and crying. I felt like I wasn't improving at all and wasting my parents' money. I was under so much pressure because I had been just taken a year off from university to take part in that competition. When I told about this to Sara, She sat down with me and said this: "I know you improved a lot. You just don't know it yet. Believe in yourself. You are stronger than you think. You can win." These words lifted my spirit and made me feel better. So I went to the competition and won.
So what is next for newly crowned woman Grandmaster? And what moment in her career she holds dearly as an athlete?
Woman Grandmaster is the highest women's title there is. Next one is Men's International Master title. Recently, I met my first Men's International Master requirement in Serbia. I think I can compete in 2 or 3 international competitions in a year if my financial problems are solved. Then I can work towards attaining Men's International Master title. Unfortunately, there aren't chess national team in Mongolia anymore. It was disbanded a few years ago. In our country, chess has been always overshadowed by judo and wrestling, which makes me feel sad. People think of it as a boring sport, but actually it's very interesting and captivating sport. You just have to see it. I won my first international gold medal at the Children of Asia Games in Sakha, Russia in 2016. During the medal award ceremony, I got very emotional and teary-eyed hearing my country's national anthem. Hearing your national anthem and seeing your country's flag raised at international event is a proud moment for any athlete. Wherever I go, I always want my country's national anthem to be played.
All the members of U.Uuriintuya's family are chess enthusiasts. Even his little brother. Like sister, like brother.
Everyone in my family plays chess. For example, my mother is a national championships bronze medalist. My little brother also learned to play chess when he was 5. He has many fans. He loved this sport very much. He is a freshman at National University of Mongolia, majoring in business. But he recently took a year off from his university to focus on chess. He is a 5-time national youth champion and Asian Championship silver medalist. I love my little brother so much. He is such a positive person who always smiles and never gets mad. He even made me a breakfast this morning. Thank you, my little brother. My advice for young children is never stop chasing down your passion. Even if you are busy, make time for your passion and dream. It's never too late to learn anything, so you can take up chess even if you think you are old.
You're in for a treat today, because we're introducing you to another new exciting sport that's beginning to take root in Mongolia. That's fencing. Mongolians have always been warriors, but the sport of fencing was introduced to them just 10 years ago. That's when Mongolian Fencing Federation was established. Today, there are over 600 people are actively practicing fencing and 6 clubs operating in the country. We visited one of them, U.U.Uuriintuya Fencing, and asked their athlete Nate to tell us more about the sport.
I'm Nate, I'm 16. I've been training for about 3 years now. When I first started, I really liked the style, the sort of elegant class sort of aspect of it. But as I began to train, I started to understand more dynamics, and I started to develop certain life skills. And I just find it really fun. I really love fencing. This is Thiepe, the one that I train with. The rules are you're allowed to get points anywhere on the body. It's also known to be the heaviest of the 3 different types. And then we have this, the foil. It's much smaller. The rules are that you can only get points on the chest. And lastly, we have the foil, the saber. The rules are that you can get anywhere above the waist, and you slash, as opposed to these two who have buttons on the end. You slash with this to get points.
The member of the UB Fencing Club, Nate has won several medals, including 2017 National Cadet Championship Gold and 2018 Mongolian Team Championship Silver.
The outfit has 3 parts, not including shoes and socks. That's the sort of vest, and then this that goes on top, and the pants. This is the mask that I personally use. In the back it has this Velcro so that you can adjust it. It's highly adjustable, so you can bend it to match your face shape. So there's a reel that has this wire that connects to your cable that goes along your sleeve. Down the back of your shirt, you'll just simply plug it in right there. And then there's a little latch on the back of your vest, shirt. You just tag that on there. And then on the other side that comes out of your sleeve, there's this, the other side of your cable. You'll want to just plug that into your sword. And so now when I push this button at the end of the sword, it should get a point.
Competitive fencing is one of the 5 activities which have been featured in every modern Olympic Games. Swordplay has been practiced for thousands of years, and the modern-day fencing began as a form of military training. It became competitive sport around 15th century. But in Mongolia, it only started to develop since 2009, when Mongolian Fencing Federation was established. Now, there are over 500 people are actively practicing fencing in the country, with 6 clubs operating in Ulaanbaatar, Darkhan and Irdnet. In 2015, Under-18 Asian Fencing Championship was held in Mongolia.
So I've been training at UB Fencing for about 3 years now. Honestly, I think I was really lucky to get into fencing when I started out, because I learned a lot of things through fencing, certain life skills, perseverance, not giving up, and just how to win, how to lose, and how to keep trying, how to keep fighting. Those are certain things that I very much value, and that's why I'm very glad that I started fencing.
5 fencing facts. Fencing as a game goes back to as early as 1200 AD. Baran-Pierre de Coubertin, the father of the modern Olympic Games, was a fencer. The tip of the fencing weapon is the second fastest moving object in sport. The first is the marksman's bullet. Many of the ballet positions are derived from fencing. Fencing is known for being the only combat sport with no weight classes. Well, that's all for this edition. We'll see you in 2 weeks with more news and more updates and more interesting stories. See you next time. This was Sports Mongolia.